Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Stefan, and today I'll be covering the topic of technology beelining in Stellaris. Now, first and foremost, you might ask, what is technology beelining? Well, it's basically a strategy to obtain a certain tech within the least possible amount of time, involving a couple strategies which I will cover in this video. First and foremost, to understand most of what I'm saying in this video, it's advisable that you watch my previous technology video because that explains a lot about the whole tier system and the weight system that affects certain techs appearing. And so if you haven't watched that already, please go ahead and do so. Otherwise, you might be a little confused today. But otherwise, let's begin. The most crucial aspect to technology beelining, if done properly, is planning beforehand which strategy you're going to use for researching your techs. The reason is all possible techs that you can research appear in a certain pool, and all of these techs have a certain weight to them. A chance of them appearing. So if there's less techs, the other ones will have a higher chance of appearing. And so for example, if there's 0 point and just 10 other techs, it has a pretty likely chance of appearing, while if there's 20 or 30, you're going to be searching for it for a while, and that's where the RNG comes in. So without technology beelining, you could possibly get it by year 2270 if you have all the right techs appear. But otherwise, the randomness factor usually favors the later dates, and so you're going to end up having 0 point a lot later than you normally would. And the reason I'm talking about 0 point in this video is because it's very important in Megastructures, and Megastructures are very important in beating Grand Admiral, no scaling, other difficulty modifiers AI, such as what I do. And in fact, I would recommend it. It's a lot of fun trying to take down difficult AI. Although at a certain point it just becomes too stupid to manage its thousands upon thousands of resources, but I'm going off topic. Let's begin with the plan for a 0 point. So let's first of all establish our target, which is right here, and establish how we're going to get to it. This means that all the text before it must absolutely be researched, and so that is 1, 2, 3 texts that we're going to have to research. And we're also going to have to add a tally to each one of these tiers. As a reminder, in order to advance to a tier above and start getting the techs in it, you're going to have to research 6 techs of a certain tier. And so a big part of planning for a certain tech is making sure you have 6 techs of every tier to research before getting to your desired tech. However, you really don't want to overdo it because you need to have a minimum amount of techs in each of the tiers in order to make sure the last pool where 0 point is floating around is as cleared as possible. So for that reason, we're going to just completely avoid the laser tree. And so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 techs that we're going to just cross off tier 4 and that are not going to clutter the pool. This means that you're not going to really be able to use any of these techs in your game up to 0 point, and so you might have to revise your strategy. For example, you can just avoid going to war for the first 70 years before a 0 point and then rapidly militarize after that. However, it's not always possible to do so, and so you're going to have to keep that in mind. You might want to just research military techs from other trees though. Now that we've eliminated one of the trees, let's see from the other ones what we can get in order to obtain 0 point. First and foremost, I would absolutely almost always advise going for the plus research speed techs because they help overall in all your trees, and they're going to help in the long run with getting 0 point. Additionally, this tree also has self-evolving logic, if I'm not mistaken, which adds +1 to the amount of text that you can see after each technology roll, quote unquote. It also helps out in recycling the text that you don't desire, because the thing is, if a tech appears, the next time something is researched, it has half the chance of appearing, and then half the chance after that. And so what that means is that certain techs are going to be less likely to appear, and if you ignore some techs, they're not going to clutter your tech tree that much. This is only a temporary modifier, so you can very possibly have a tech appear one run, not the next, and then again, not the next, again, blah blah blah. Other techs in this tree are just stuff that you want to get, and yeah, just circle them all and consider them done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 techs for tier 1, 3 for tier 2, and 2 for tier 3. Alright. Now we have to find another tier 1 tech and a couple tier 2 and 3s. Now we can turn our eyes to the energy tree, which is going to be also useful in your empire building because, you know, energy credits are injury credits, and you can buy a lot of stuff with your money. So that's 2 techs in tier 1, which is a bit unnecessary, but we take those. And that's going to be 1 in tier 2, and that's going to be 1 in tier 3. Now we just need 2 more in tier 3, and indeed, looking at shields, we have them. So that's 1 for tier 1, 2 for tier 2, and 2 for tier 3. Alright. Now you are still going to have certain techs show up, and these techs are going to keep showing up until you research them, so they may clutter the pool a little bit. Once you get to tier 4, it's a good idea to start researching the cheaper techs, because the chances of you getting 0 point on reroll is higher than the chances of the techs that they produce cluttering the pool more. This is a method that does involve some luck, so if you don't like luck, you can just start researching some of these tier 4 techs until you just have 5 or 6 or however many tech slots you have. The amount of tech slots will also significantly influence the way you get techs, because if you don't have enough slots, it's going to be more random. Now, one last thing that could potentially improve your chance of getting 0 point is getting the right techs and scientists. So for example, 0 point is within the particles field, and so if we get a particle scientist, and the icon looks like this, we're going to be able to obtain 0 point with a plus 25% rate. If we also have battleships unlocked, and this is within the engineering tree, by the way, this is what the little key right here means, it's gonna increase your chance of getting it by 100%. So yeah, you might want to go for these 2 things and increase your chances of getting a 0 point once you're at tier 4. However, the biggest struggle of this strategy is actually getting to tier 4 and suffering the losses by not getting certain techs. Now, your strategy will probably deviate from what you're actually going to do in the game, because in the game, you can get something like curators, and those curators are going to assist you in getting certain tier 2 techs, which may assist you in getting to tier 3. And then if you also get the worm, it's going to help you out with getting tier 3 techs. And so you might want to not bother with certain trees, but this is completely up to you. Of course, there's a variety of strategies that you can use, and certain tech trees that you may block out in order to obtain your desired tech. For example, a different strategy for getting 0 point would be going for something like this. Okay, so this way you may even be able to get 0 point with a better strategy. And of course, there's going to be a better strategy to what I'm proposing, because I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I bet there's people more dedicated to trying to get their 0 point. However, the methods proposed in this video are probably going to be the best methods for getting 0 point. And 0 point, you can get Megastructures, and then all your efforts will be worth it, because getting Megastructures early will potentially give you the Science Nexus. If you get the Science Nexus, that's 225 of every research category. And if you constrain your Empire, that 225 may even double your research capacity, and that's going to completely make up for all the techs that you're disregarding. And so you're going to be able to research that weapons tree very quickly, and militarize rapidly, and defeat your neighbors, because of course that's what you want in Stellaris, the complete annihilation of those who are near you. But anyways, that about does it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and leave a like if you enjoyed what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately, and there are a couple reasons among them. Chiefly among them is that I have been practicing with Enhanced AI, Glavius's Ultimate Mega Mod, Grand Admiral, No Scaling, Advanced AI Starts. So what Advanced AI Starts are is basically the AI cheating, well, not really cheating, but like getting a roughly 30-year head start. They basically start off with 10 to 20 techs that you don't have, as well as 5 colonies, which massively boost their economy and allow them to go to wars whenever possible. Plus, they don't really like getting bribed all that much, because their economy is just topped off pretty much all the time. So when I do my 2.2 runs, it's going to be with those difficulty settings, and I may actually be able to beat them with a lot of practice and strategy in mind. And all that strategy is going to flow to you guys, so my struggles are your benefits. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.